So thinking about the listener, what are the practical implications here for parents, for people in their careers?
Huge implications. For educators, maybe focus more on curiosity, letting kids explore connections between subjects, not just siloed knowledge. For parents,
Hmm?
maybe relax about finding the one thing early. Let kids try lots of stuff. It's not wasted time.
And for us as adults?
Be a lifelong learner. Intentionally expose yourself to different fields, different ways of thinking. Your value might come less from deep expertise in one narrow area and more from your ability to bridge different areas. And for organizations, build diverse teams, people with different backgrounds, different ways of thinking. That's where innovation often sparks.
It's really about building that mental flexibility.
That's a great way to put it. Thriving in ambiguity, not just tolerating it.
Okay, so we understand wicked problems thanks to Madhavan. We know generalists with range might be better equipped thanks to Epstein. But how do we actually cultivate that range? How do we become more adaptable learners, especially if we feel stuck?
Now we get to Joe Bowler and Limitless Mind. Learn, lead, and live without barriers. This book is really empowering.
What's the core message?
It's basically that the whole idea of fixed intelligence, that you're either smart at something or you're not, is wrong. Scientifically wrong.
Really?
Yeah. Bowler builds on the science of neuroplasticity. Our brains are constantly changing, rewiring themselves based on our experiences. She says quite radically that anyone at any age can learn anything.
Anyone can learn anything. That's a big claim. It goes against a lot of what we're told.
It does. It challenges that math brain or not a math person idea completely. Learning isn't just absorbing info, it's physically changing your brain structure.
Okay, wow. So how does she say we can do that? If our potential is limitless, how do we unlock it?
She lays out 6 keys. The foundation, key 1, is just understanding neuroplasticity. Knowing that every time you learn something new, struggle with an idea, have a new experience, you are literally reshaping your brain.
So knowing it's possible is the first step.
Yes. Key 2 is maybe the most counterintuitive, embracing struggle and mistakes. We're usually taught to avoid mistakes. That they mean failure. Bowler says we should love mistakes and struggle.
Love mistakes. That's hard to swallow.
I know, but she argues, based on brain science, that when you struggle, when you make a mistake and correct it, your brain grows more than when you find things easy. Struggle isn't a sign you can't learn. It's the feeling of learning actually happening. It's your brain building connections.
Okay, reframing struggle as growth. That's powerful. What's next?
Key 3 is multidimensional learning. Moving beyond just one way of understanding something, approaching ideas visually, verbally, kinesthetically, connecting them to different contexts, making learning rich and interconnected, not flat.
Engaging more parts of the brain?
Exactly. Key 4 is flexibility over speed. Our education system often obsesses over speed. Who gets the answer fastest? Bowler argues that's misplaced. What really matters is cognitive flexibility. Being able to look at a problem from different angles, switch strategies, think creatively. Speed is out. Flexibility is in.
I like that. Slowing down to think deeper.
Right. And key 5 links back nicely to Epstein. Collaborative learning. Bowler emphasizes the social aspect. Learning with others, explaining ideas, hearing different perspectives. It makes everyone smarter. It pushes your thinking.
So working together actually expands individual capacity.
Yes. She calls it a limitless approach to collaboration.
And the 6th key.
I misspoke slightly earlier. She outlines 5 keys built upon the foundation of neuroplasticity. So those 5 are the actionable strategies.
Got it. 5 keys on the foundation of a changeable brain. How does this connect to, say, Carol Dweck's work on mindset?
It connects directly. Dweck showed us the difference between a fixed mindset, I'm good at this or I'm not, and a growth mindset, I can get better with effort. Bowler takes that and gives us the neuroscientific why and the practical how. Limitless Mind is really a toolkit for cultivating that growth mindset.
So the implications here are pretty massive, especially for education.
Oh, huge. If Bowler is right, then things like standardized tests that value speed and single answers, rigid age-based grades, separating subjects completely, they might actually be hindering learning for many students.
It calls for a rethink. Environments where mistakes are okay, where depth is valued over speed, where collaboration is normal.
Exactly. And there's a big social justice angle, too. The old idea of fixed ability often tracked with socioeconomic status or race, leading to massive inequities. If potential is truly limitless, then we have an ethical duty to create learning environments that unlock it for everyone.
Wow. Okay. So let's try and bring this all together. We started with Madhavan and wicked problems.
Right. Understanding the complex, messy reality we face.
Then Epstein, suggesting generalists with range are often best equipped for that reality.
Yeah, needing that breadth and ability to connect ideas.
And finally, Bowler, giving us the belief in the tools, neuroplasticity, embracing struggle, flexibility, to actually develop that range and tackle those problems.
Exactly. It's like Madovan shows us the mountain, Epstein suggests the best kind of climber, and Bowler gives us the climbing gear and training manual. They fit together beautifully, I think. Understanding the challenge, cultivating the right mindset, and knowing how to learn effectively.
That's a great summary. It really feels like these deep dives give you, the listener, a kind of shortcut. Not just random facts, but a connected framework for thinking and acting.
Hopefully, yeah, a way to feel a bit more equipped.
So, maybe a final thought for everyone listening. Think about a wicked problem in your own world. It could be big, like a community issue, or smaller, like a persistent challenge at work, or even at home. How might you approach it differently now? Could you embrace the struggle a bit more? Could you deliberately seek out wider perspectives, maybe talk to people with totally different backgrounds? Could you collaborate in a new way? What might a truly limitless solution start to look like?
That's a great challenge, something to really mull over.
Definitely. Keep exploring.